Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. What you got to understand about these narcissists when they first, get into contact with you as a chosen one and an empath, whether you're awakened or prior to your awakening, they know that you are a good soul. They know they need to be on top of their game to keep you in their lives, and it's a real struggle, they're fighting with themselves every day. They're riddled with these devilish spirits, that torment them, that I don't want you to feel bad for them. This is their path. They've chose the side of darkness, but they're riddled with these devilish spirits that, give them an appetite for sadistic pleasures, for wanting to inflict misery, and, when you're first involved with them, they keep that at bay. They do keep it at bay from whenever if you look back in retrospect, you might, things might have been going well, and then you might have seen a streak of something, but it went over your head. You ignored it, you ignored it. You carried on proceeding. And every now and then you'd see this pattern of behavior, this streak of behavior come out, and that's the unmasking. But what you got to understand is they're fighting with themselves to conceal it. They're covert narcissists. Many of them are covert narcissists. Well, they don't want to appear as the parasite they are. They want to masquerade with artificial light. They want to bounce off your energy. They want to display themselves as if they're good people, as if they're authentic people, as if they're true people. But the fact and the sad matter is they're riddled with these devilish spirits that, consume them. They've chosen to side with that way of life, These same devilish spirits won't be able to affect the chosen one and an empath, because the chosen one, an empath, has morals, has decency, has a heart, has empathy. So, if you got an enticement, for example, to start punishing someone or inflicting misery on someone, you're not going to act in accordance with that. The fact of the matter is, these narcissists have an appetite for that desire. So when they're enticed to act out with devaluation or act out with some form of abuse, right, from the narcissistic handbook, it initiates them to act out. And then that's when you see the unmasking, And this might just be glimpses or chinks in the mask along the proceeds of the relationship. You might just see glimpses of it, But, keeping something suppressed, if there's an oil leak or a water leak, right, and you plunge it, you seal it up just temporarily, there's an awful lot of pressure behind that opening, and these chinks or glimpses that you see of the unmasking, there's a pressure, a force, the real them that wants to escape and unleash from behind the mask, you see. And that's why you see this irritable behavior or lashing out or a moment of devaluation. You see these streaks of behavior coming from someone who you believe to be loving, who you believe to be caring, and you see the total opposite in these glimpses in time, in these moments in time. You see the total opposite of what they portray themselves as. And for you as the chosen one, the empath and the victim, and the one on the receiving end of this, it can be shocking, it can be scary, it can be alarming, because this isn't what you thought this person was about, right? But they're fighting day in and day out, they're fighting day in and day out to keep up this effort of masquerading with this artificial light, with this mask, you know, but they can't conceal the darkness, you know. They can't conceal the darkness. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. Take 2 seconds of your time. Help with the algorithm. Just like this video showing up for you, help it show up for someone else in the community that it may be of benefit to. Thank you so much. You know, what else causes the unmasking is they've presented themselves in a way that is basically entirely fabricated. You know, they may have presented themselves to you as a victim of abuse. They might have presented themselves as hard done by or ill, or, you know, they presented themselves in some way towards you, you know, and it's not their moral conscience why it eats away at them, but it's maintaining the act, you know. For them to be involved in a relationship with you, they need to proceed and play out this performance day in and day out, you know. And it's just not who they are in their DNA, you know. It's just not who they are. They've fabricated stories. It might be part truths, you know, but they've misled you, you know. They've smeared previous suppliers to you, you know. They've made out they were the victim. They've done all of these things, so they know in their heart of hearts that, like, you don't like them for who they really are, and no one actually does. That's why they're covert narcissists. They know if they show who they really are to the world, no one will like them, you know. No one, like absolutely no one will like them. No one will find them pleasing. No one will find them suitable as partners. So they put in all of this effort, you know, to appear in a certain light. You know, they put in all this effort to appear in a certain light, but then when they're in the process of acting out this performance, you know, it gets the better of them because they're riddled with this negativity. I said devilish spirits, but you could call it anything you want, you know. It's darkness, it's negative energy, you know. They're consumed with poison, you know, and this just comes seeping out of the cracks in the mask, you know. And, you know, there's no really saving them, you know. And there's no really preventing, you know, the final unmasking. You know, when you see that the real, like the full-blown unmasking, you know, there was so much pressure building up behind the mask over the course of time, however long your relationship went on for. Some of them can maintain it for longer than others, you know. It depends on the duration, depends on, you know, it depends on them really how long they can maintain it. But there's an awful lot of pressure, you know, and it feels liberating for them to finally unmask, you know. And then you're hurt, you're betrayed, your trust is broken, you're in a bad way, and they feel a moment of relief because they've unmasked, and they think, yeah, they'll go on with their lives, but like, they can't be these people and maintain relationships. They have to put the mask back on, you know. They have to go back to putting the mask on, being a covert, you know, manipulating someone. This is how they draw someone out, making a chosen one or empath feel sorry for them, or making someone feel sorry for them, even if it's another narcissist or toxic individual. You know, they'll present themselves as they're hurt, or, you know, as they're a victim. You know, this is the only way they can even initiate a relationship with someone. They can't show their true colors, you know. So you got to understand this unmasking from them towards you, as much as it hurt you, it was a relief for them, you know. It was pressure for them to maintain their stories, you know, the intricacies and all the details every day, not from moral conscience, but just from sheer pressure alone of trying to masquerade with this artificial light, you know, trying to maintain it, you know. And there was a pressure building and building and building up, you know, increasing and increasing this pressure from these devilish spirits, you know, to show them the real them, you know. And I don't want none of you thinking that you can save them or you can help them with these devilish spirits. Like, they've chosen to side with darkness. You know, they're wired that way now. You know, unless you replace their whole circuitry and wiring system, you know, they enjoy causing pain. They enjoy causing punishment in people's lives. They're sadistic. This is what they enjoy. This is what pleases them. This is their appetite, you know, and they enjoy misleading you. You know, they enjoy that gives them a thrill as well. You know, misleading you, making you feel like there's something they're not. You know, but they are keeping something at bay. You know, they got the mask on, which is keeping a lot of who they really are at bay. And eventually it just bursts, you know, it just bursts, you know, the mask comes off, you know, you saw streaks of it. You can look back in retrospect and reflect. There were streaks of it all throughout the relationship, but eventually you see that full unmasking, you know, and that is the way it is. You literally can't stop it. You can't stop them from unmasking, you know. So all of you, once you see the unmasking, make sure you don't let them back in your life. You know, you've seen what you've seen. That's the real them. That version that you saw at the beginning or whatnot, that's not the real them. That this pattern of behavior that you've seen from the unmasking, that's the real them. That's their intrinsic nature. That is them through and through. So anyway, if you want access to a gallery of exclusive unseen videos and a chance to reach out to me personally for your video request ideas you have, there's a 3-day free trial that can be easily cancelled at any time by going to your account page. All video requests are processed and uploaded within 24 hours from when requests were submitted. A link to the Zion membership website should appear on your screen now. Thanks for listening today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you want to donate, you don't have to, but if you would like to donate or support to the channel, you can always find the link in the description box. For more spiritual-based narcissism content, check out the other channel, links in the description box. Please visit the forums. One of them is Tips to Heal, and I'd love to find out what helps you in your journey. Please book a healing session with me if you are struggling, need advice, or want some light shed on your situation. Talking to someone who understands really helps. The Empath monthly group meeting is coming up on the 28th of this month. Limited space is available. There's a WhatsApp group for survivors to stay in touch. I'm also doing email crisis support. If you need advice and a plan of action, you can always reach out. The links for all I've mentioned are in the description box below. If you'd like to know more about the devil uses the narcissist to scar your mind, heart and soul, do this to prevent being stuck, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.